So in a move that is going to cause South Carolina fans to lose their damn minds, Milaysia Fulwiley has officially entered the transfer portal. Something that I think is going to be so beneficial for her. So beneficial for her because I rate Milaysia so highly as a talent. I rate her so highly as a talent. As a player, I think she's a better talent than she is player. But clearly, the tactic of every single time she gets she makes a mistake, she gets subbed off, has not done her any good because she has regressed. From the moment she set foot in South Carolina, she has regressed. And she's clearly one of those players that needs to have a bit more freedom. And I don't mean let her do whatever she wants. I don't mean like coaching her like Keomi McMiller was coached at Rutgers and allowed to make awful mistakes. I just mean that I think it is important that players are allowed to play through their mistakes. And I think anywhere other than South Carolina, and by the way, I don't blame Dawn for that either. I genuinely I don't blame Dawn because Dawn Staley's trying to win and her turning the ball over isn't going to help. But also, realistically, in that final game, they don't have a chance really without Milaysia next year. Except now they got Tanaya Latson. And it is going to be very interesting. So obviously, this is the first article. This was from 20 minutes ago, and I need to turn off my ad blocker. Let me turn off the ad blocker to just allow them on this website. And there we go. So this is from Lulu Kesson. Lulu Kesson. So it says here, South Carolina women's basketball star Milaysia Fulwiley plans to enter the transfer portal. The sources requested anonymity because no public announcement has been made. The transfer portal opened on 25th of March and closes April 22nd. However, a player in the portal can still withdraw and return to the team after the closing date. 5'10" guard played 2 years for Coach Dawn Staley. South Carolina won the national championship when she was a freshman before finishing runner-up this season. She was 11.7 points per game, second on the team. I thought it was top. Joyce Edwards top on the team. There was some concern this would happen after guard Tanaya Latson committed to South Carolina on Tuesday, assuming either Fulwiley or sophomore Tessa Johnson's minutes would be cut into with a new guard in the lineup. It was probably, I don't know. Raven Johnson also announced she'd return and will force Staley to go to 3-guard lineup or stick with 2 and go 2 forwards and a center. Fulwiley averaged 18 minutes off per game. She had 42% and 25% from 3. Look, she did not shoot the ball particularly well last year. But it's the moments of madness. It's the moments of magic. It is the moments of magic with Milaysia Fulwiley. That is the most important thing. But let's just obviously... This has more quote tweets. South Carolina fans are losing their damn minds, I'd say. I stand by this. If you're a South Carolina fan, it shouldn't make that much of a difference, in my opinion, because, look, your team is going to be better. Your team is going to be better with Tanaya Latson than with Fulwiley. It just is. And, she's not going to play that much anyway. We know how to develop former SC guards, Tennessee. Sources wanted anonymity. Y'all one hope she gets what she wants. Yeah, but playing time, freedom, the ability to not be a 3rd-round draft pick. It is a tough one. But it's going to be very interesting to see where she goes, though. I'd lead too if I was a leading scorer and have to play guards that can't score. I mean, that's such a tough one with Raven, because Raven doesn't ever make a mistake and plays defense. She never makes mistakes and plays defense, and South Carolina can be, it's just, I don't think Fulwiley to South Carolina was the right fit. I don't think Dawn's a bad coach. I think Dawn's an exceptional coach. I think the team is good, but, just a player like that should not go to South Carolina. Just don't go to freaking UConn either. Don't go to LSU. A lot of people are saying go to LSU. Don't go to LSU. Whatever you do, don't go to LSU. But still, you just make... I don't know where she'll go, but John insanely tight leash definitely didn't pay off. To be fair, the tight leash it depends on the player. It does depend on the player. But she want to be first off the bench. That's the funniest thing with the fans being like, she wants to be off the bench. Like, no player wants to come off the bench. Never made sense to start Raven, Tanaya, and Milaysia together. And look, Tanaya Latson is better. Inevitably going to LSU. Don't go to LSU. Whatever you do, don't go to LSU. Don't go to LSU. You're going to start, but don't go to LSU. I wonder where she's going to go. Like, it's a really interesting one. Does she go to TCU? Does she go to TCU and be the Hidalgo beside, what's her name? The Hidalgo beside Olivia Miles. That would be a really interesting one. They tried. She loves her role. No, nobody loves that role when the person starting is averaging 3 points per game. Nobody likes coming off the bench when you're the second leading scorer in your team. But yeah. So least surprising transfer. I want to see, is there anything more than that? Sonia Citron going pro and Olivia Miles going to TCU. My 1 year run as a Notre Dame fan has been concluded. Imagine if she goes to Notre Dame and plays with her and Hidalgo in a backcourt combined, neither of them running the one. Not a smart decision. This is it depends. If her goal is to win college championships and do nothing else with her career, yeah, stay at South Carolina. Heck, transfer to UConn. If her goal is to have a long pro career and to potentially work her way up into the lottery in the 2027 WNBA draft, especially when there's a chance that that Juju redshirts a year and enters the draft in 2028. The number 1 pick is up for grabs that year. It is definitely up for grabs. So yeah, this is honestly, Iowa will be an interesting one because it just means Addie Deal turns into a point guard. It would be but the problem is like you can't. It's hard to get 5 stars, and when you get a rare 5-star, you can't really just put her on the bench. So it's an interesting one, but like I do think that it would be really really good if she did that, just for watching. But I'm looking at like apparently Fulwiley's top schools in high school are Florida, Louisville, Miami, Ole Miss, and South Carolina. Ole Miss seem to be getting everyone. If she goes to Ole Miss, how much money do Ole Miss freaking have? Like, how much money could they have if she ends up going to Ole Miss? But it'll be very interesting. But I do think that she's gonna draw a lot of money. I think she'll get paid quite a bit, and I think it'll work out for the best. It'll completely work out for the best, because I do think that she is a hell of a player, and it's not even a knock on Staley. It's not a knock on South Carolina. She's just not a player that fits. Like, sometimes players just don't fit in certain systems, and she just didn't quite fit in the system. And it's fine. Hopefully she has a hell of a college career and pushes for that lottery spot in 2027. But anyway, I'll see you guys.